Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well and you're playing outside a lot and keeping up with your schoolwork and staying safe and healthy at home. I'm making another video to continue reading the Junie B. Jones book. So we have been reading Junie B. Jones in A Little Monkey Business, and so far in the book she found out that she was having a baby sibling. And her baby sibling was born. She had a baby brother, right? So in the last chapter we read, she thinks that she had a baby monkey as a little sibling, right? Isn't that so silly? So she thinks that she has a baby monkey as a little brother now. But do you think that's true? Do you think it is a real monkey? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. So, we are going to read the 4th chapter of the book, which is called Hoppy and Russell. So, let's see who Hoppy and Russell are. My room at kindergarten is named Room 9. I have 2 bestest friends in that place. One of them has the name of Lucille. Lucille sits right exactly next to me. She has a red chair and also little red fingernails, which are very glossy. My other bestest friend is named Grace. Me and that Grace sit together on the school bus, except for not today we didn't. Because today Grandpa Miller drove me. Then he walked me to room 9. And he waved to my teacher. Her name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs., and that's all. When I first walked into my room, Lucille was looking at that Grace's brand new shoes. And their name were Pink High Tops. Hey, Grace, those new shoes look beautiful on you, I said. But that silly Grace did not even say thank you to me. Grace is angry at you, said Lucille. She said that she rode the bus today, and you weren't even there to save her a seat. And she had to sit next to an icky kid, right, Grace? Grace bobbed her head up and down. Yes, only I couldn't help it, Grace, I said. That's because I stayed at my Grandpa Miller's all night, and there's no bus at that place, and so he had to drive me here today. Then I tried to hold that Grace's hand only. She quick pulled it away. That's not very nice of you, Grace, I said. And so guess what? Now I'm not going to tell you my special secret. That's when that Grace called me a stinky head. Lucille held my hand. I don't think you're a stinky head, Junie B., she said. And so you can tell me your special secret. And I won't tell anybody. Not even Grace. That's when that Grace kicked Lucille in the leg. Oh boy. And so Lucille pushed her down, and Mrs. had to come pull them off of each other. Is that nice? No, right? You should not be touching your friends like that. That is not nice at all. So, here's Lucille and Grace and Junie B in the back, and Mrs. pulling them apart, right? All right. I raised my hand very polite. I wasn't involved, I said to Mrs. After that, we had to sit down and do some work. It was called printing our numbers. Only I couldn't do mine that good because Lucille kept on talking to me. That's why. Come on, Junie B., she said in her whispering voice. Tell me your special secret. I won't tell. I promise. Yes, only I can't, Lucille, I said. 'Cause no talking to your neighbor, remember? Then Mrs. snapped her fingers at me. See, Lucille, I told you, no talking to your neighbor. I hollered. Now I got snapped at. Just then, a boy named Jin said, shh, to me. Shh, yourself, Jin, I said back. After that, Mrs. stood next to me till I finished my work. Then I got all done and she collected it. That made me happy inside. Because guess what comes after work? Something very fun. That's what. And its name is Show and Tell. Mrs. stood next to her desk. Who has something interesting to share with the class today? She said. Then my heart got very bumpy because I had the most special secret in the whole wide world. I raised my hand very high in the air. Oh, oh, I hollered, real loud, me. Mrs. shook her head at me because I'm not supposed to go, oh, me. She called on William. He is a crybaby in my class. I can beat him, I think. William, said Mrs., since you raised your hand so politely, you may go first. And so, then William carried a paper bag to the front of the room, and he took out a jar of 2 dead crickets. So, here is Junie B raising her hand like crazy. But we don't raise our hand, right? We raise a quiet hand, and that's how we get called on. And then there's William with his crickets. All right, so let's see. And he took out a jar of 2 dead crickets, except for William didn't know they were dead. He just thought they were sleeping. Jump, Hoppy. Jump, Russell, said William. So who was Hoppy and Russell? William's crickets, right? Then he tapped on the glass. Hey, wake up in there, he said. After that, William started shaking the jar all over the place. And he wouldn't stop. Wake up, I said, he shouted. Then Hoppy and Russell started falling all apart, and Mrs. had to take the jar away. That's when William started to cry, and he had to go to the nurse's office to lie down. And so then I raised my hand very high in the air again, because guess what? My show and tell was way better than 2 dead crickets. So, what do you think her show and tell is going to be? Well, first off, the next chapter is called Monkey Business, so there's a little hint there. But, what do you think it's going to be? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? But, I want you to think of something that you would bring to show and tell. You can go get it and maybe do show and tell to your parents or someone that you live with, like a sibling or an aunt and uncle, whoever you're with, and show them. Or you can even draw it. That would be fun, right? To draw your show and tell. And show that to somebody too. So, I guess we'll have to see what the next chapter is, right? I wonder what Junie B is bringing to show and tell. She's very silly. So, who knows what she's bringing, right? Well, I'll see you all in the next video, and I hope you're enjoying this book, and I hope you have a good day. Bye, guys.